Does your wallet get empty by the end of the month? Are you drowning in debts and expenses? Is the money flying off away from you so fast that you're not able to catch and enjoy it? Do you want to break free of these limitations and become financially free? If the answer to any of these questions or any other similar questions is yes, then you're in the right place. But first, some very important disclaimers. This is not a get rich quick scheme, a work from home opportunity, nor is this a network marketing or a pyramid scheme. This is not also a replacement for any professional or certified advice. What this is pure education, knowledge, learning and understanding, lessons learned through hard life experience, and knowledge that was gained by studying successful people. And this is my personal perspective and outlook on how to do things in the financial world. Now that we are clear on that, hi there. This is Nankumar Kotaure, and for those of who do not know about me, I am the founder of Prospectors Academy. What is Prospectors Academy? To answer that, and for you to truly understand that answer, you need to know just a bit about myself. So let me tell you about my background. I come from a middle class background in India, where the only way of life is to follow a set track. And most of my life story is typical to the middle class of India. A formal education and a job-based environment, conditioning the mind for the typical life of job, savings and retirement. But maybe I was not cut out for this life. Having quit my engineering, and I went through an extremely bad phase in life where financially I was forced to borrow money from friends every day just to cover my transport expenses. Imagine having no source of income for over 18 months and covering even the basic necessities on borrowed money, and the debt just kept on increasing. After a begging period of around 18 months, I landed my first job, which was although pretty small, but at least helped me to cover my basic expenses. But the debts were still there to pay. I kept progressing in the life, in the job life, in the career, as I kept investing in myself through learning. I completed my graduation, got a decent job, paid off the debts, and was in a much better position. But still, I did not have a house of my own, no money to take a vacation or afford any extravagant luxury. I was an idiot at that time when I actually wasted most of my salary in just farting around and just throwing money around. And there came a time when the good salary that I made was not enough. Even my credit cards were maxed out. That's when I repented my spoiled ways and started searching for a way out. Fortunately, I love to read, so I found and read a ton of books related to getting rich, managing finances, and so on. And having gathered and amassed so much knowledge and experience, I decided to help everyone in my society, everyone in our human community, by directly sharing this knowledge and experience so that you don't have to go through the hardship and the pain that I went through, and you get all of that, all of my knowledge, all of my experience directly with the pain attached. And that is how Prospectors Academy was born. Depending on your perspective, the Prospectors Academy can be an educational platform, an educational institution, or just simply a blog or a place with tips and advice for finances, or a society of individuals achieving financial freedom. What our definition is, that Prospectors Academy is your personal guide to financial freedom. And by financial freedom, we mean a life without any concern for finances, where you don't have to worry about debts, expenses, or how to manage until you next get paid. And to that end, Prospectors Academy is on a mission with a vision. The vision of a financially free community with each person free to live a life without any concern for finances, and the way we plan to achieve it is by educating the common man financially. Now all the lessons, knowledge, secrets here can be used irrespective of any factors. It doesn't matter if you're a student, a teacher, a homeschooler, an adult returning to a classroom after 20 years, or just a friendly alien who's just trying to settle on life on Earth. It doesn't matter if you're a broke, well-to-do, or a rich person. It doesn't matter if you're a teenager on the brink of entering the world, or an adult shouldering the day-to-day responsibilities, or an elderly seeking financially free retirement. You can start now, wherever you are, whenever you want to, and whoever you are. We are committed to make sure that financial concern does not stand in your way. We want to make you financially free. The fact that you are still here means you are interested in financial freedom. Now, so without further ado, let me get into the crux of the matter. But first, just to make sure, please make sure that you watch the entire video, because in this video itself I will be providing some very valuable lessons that will definitely help you right away. Are you ready? So let's get started. So first of all, the first and most foremost important lesson is that the mindset is the key to your destiny. I understand you have heard it a lot of times before, but let me tell you for sure that the way you think definitely decides the way your future turns out, and that is because your thinking dictates your actions, and your actions are what produces result, and this is the cycle that designs your life itself. If you want new results, the only thing you need to do is change your mindset, and once you have a new mindset, you will be getting new results. If nothing else, just remember this one lesson from Prospectors Academy, that your mindset is the key to your destiny. The second most important lesson we have here is your most valuable resource is time. Write that down, make that a banner, put it on all the places where it will remind you of the lesson. The most valuable resource in the world is time and nothing else. Neither wealth, neither health. And I know some of you will already be disagreeing with me, but let me just give me a chance to prove myself. Let's say you go bankrupt, you lose all your money, and God forbid, we don't want anything like that to ever happen to anyone, but in case you go bankrupt, do you think you can get back up financially? Maybe get some odd jobs, start building saving, and get back to your position financially. Is it possible? I'm not saying it's easy, but is it possible? Of course, right? Secondly, for example, if you forget something, like maybe just think about anything from your school days, a chemistry formula or a mathematical formula. If you forget it, do you think you can get it back? Of course, you can read it out, look it on Google, and just regain the knowledge that you have lost. It won't be that difficult, right? Third example, let's say you fall sick, and again, we do not want you to fall sick, but suppose you lose your health. Can you recuperate? Can you get back to being healthy? I mean, yeah, there are medications, and the medical science advanced a lot that we are nearly able to get back from any sickness. Of course, bar a few, but it is possible, right? You can rest, take medications, take a course of medication or surgery and other things. There are so many options, but you can get back your health. Now, but if you waste an hour of time, can you get it back? What do you think? Time is the most limited resource, and as it's common sense, the more limited the resource, the more valuable it is. And also, did you notice that in all the previous scenarios, to earn back money, to earn back knowledge, or earn back health, you will be using the single resource that is the most limited resource, time itself. Now again, you tell me, what do you think? What is the most valuable resource you have? Time. And unfortunately, while time is the most used resource, it is also the most wasted resource as well. And that is our second and core message. Time is the most valuable resource in the world. So you definitely want to use your time wisely. And we do not want to waste your time, or even your money for that matter, at all. So if you're thinking that you're not getting any value in this video, I would strongly suggest you to close the window and invest your time in a wise way right now, because that is our core value. We would never waste your time. Are you still there? Great, that means you are with us. So let us continue. The third important lesson is that nothing is free. Don't worry, I'm not asking you to pay anything, but etch this in your mind that nothing is for free. You always pay for everything you receive, either by money, by your actions, or in some other way. For at the least with your time, you always pay for everything you receive. Right now, do you think this video is free? Not really. You are paying with your most valuable resource, time, your time. And that's why we hate to waste your time. So remember, nothing is for free. Now let us just recap all the 3 lessons that you learned in this video itself. Mindset is the key to your destiny. Time is the most valuable resource in the world, and nothing is for free. As I promised, these 3 lessons themselves are very powerful, and if you can carve them into your habits, your life will definitely change, no doubt at all. And now that I have already given you some very powerful lessons, let me talk a bit about the Prospectors Academy in itself. Now here's the deal. Most people struggle to manage their finances and need help, and that is a fact. And they need help desperately. Paying bills and meeting daily expenses itself takes away most of our income. Seriously, I mean, there's very little that is left after expenses and bills for most of the people. I see that most of the people have lost their freedom to financial worries, debts, tax, and all the day-to-day expenses. And I can definitely understand that. Of course, because I have been there and I have done that. I have been in a very bad situation, as I already told you. So the goal of Prospectors Academy is to get you free from all this, to help you break the chains of dependence and become financially free, and to guide you to achieve a life that you can live without any financial concerns, and become a superman for your own life in terms of finances. To be clear, we are talking only in terms of finances. Now here is the important part. Even though we want you to be financially free, there are some limitations here as well. We will show you the way to financial freedom, but you must walk the path yourself. You must be determined and have the right mindset to go through the steps and take action. Remember the second lesson in the video? Time is the most valuable resource in the world, and we don't want you to waste your time. So here is just an add-on free advice, a free lesson. There are only 3 things that are worthy of spending time, in the order of the best uses. Let me tell you, the most important thing in life is to be happy. If you are happy, nothing else matters. Or at least if you are doing something to ensure your own happiness, that is again the good use of time. Or if you are taking action towards your happiness, that is a good use of time as well. So the first and most important best use of time is being happy. The second best is taking action towards your happiness, and I believe the third would be gaining knowledge, which will help you be happy. And the reason I have put gaining knowledge after taking action is because knowledge is actually of no use unless you actually act upon it, right? So if you are not doing any of these 3 things, you are actually wasting one of your most valuable resources, the time. So right now, being here, you are gaining knowledge. You have learned 3 and counting this add-on lesson, 4 important lessons, and I am happy to that I did not waste your time. And now that you have used your time for that third best way, let's do something about the second best way, taking action. If you haven't taken action until now, this time now is as good as wasted, and it will not come back. Now, if you gained value from this video and you agree with what we have just told you, the lessons and all, if you are in tune with us, what I would suggest is take action. Subscribe to Prospectors Academy, and we will get to you the knowledge, tips, advice, and lessons that will help you achieve financial freedom. And to that end, we are committed. And yeah, just a surprise, once you subscribe, you will also get a free gift, something just to get you started. Subscribe now, and see you on the inside in Prospectors Academy. Cheers to your prosperity, have a great life, become financially free. This is Nankumar Kothavale signing off. Thank you.